Welcome to the Voice of Reason Sports Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the show, leave a comment, and click that like button. Welcome back to another episode. What's up, Dale?
Yo, what up, man? Back in action.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, what you think of the All-Star Weekend, NBA All-Star Weekend?
Oh, man. What a joke. What? I mean, look, seriously. That slam dunk contest. If they don't do something with that, I mean, that was one of the worst slam dunk contests ever seen. And how did Jaylen Brown even make it to the finals?
Right.
I get it. He did the
Right.
most mundane, regular dunks.
Yeah.
He even tried to do the D Brown. He tried to redo the D Brown dunk, right? And then forgot to cover his eyes.
Right.
And did it at the end after the
Right.
dunk was already well over.
Right.
He threw his arms up over his head, over his eyes, like I was like, oh my God. No, he didn't just do
But the
that.
thing that blows my mind with the dunk contest, right? There are literal professional dunkers out there. And it's like, why not hire one of those guys to show you some of their dunks? Like, these guys are doing some amazing stuff out there, but they just don't have your fame. And they don't have the stage, the stage of the NBA behind them. So pay them for the dunks. Pay them to show you the dunk. Why not do that?
They can have a whole contest leading up to that.
Yeah.
The first half of the season, the best dunkers, you know what I'm saying? And go city to city getting the best dunkers and had the best 5 or 6 at the All-Star game. It don't have to be the All-Stars doing it because we just want to see a good dunk contest.
Exactly.
Yeah, we don't know those players. If they got amazing dunks, we will know.
That is true. That's true. But I mean, I'm saying I get the NBA. I get what they want to do. They want to promote their game and their players. They want to, create new superstars, right? The dunk contest has propelled a lot of great players in the past, even though the great players of today don't want to do it. But in the past, Michael Jordan was famous, right? He was like the top.
He was famous, of course.
But when he did the dunk contest, that propelled him into the stratosphere, right? Right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he was already kind of on that way to being who Michael was, but because those back then, those were epic, like Michael Jordan versus Dominique. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those were epic contests. Now, we go back and look at them now, they don't look quite as athletic as they do now, but
that dunk contest was special.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Jordan and Dominique. And to me, like I always tell people, they talk about they watch the NBA, from start to finish, like from the beginning of the season to the end. I said, no, you didn't. You watched football until the All-Star weekend, and then All-Star weekend got you hyped for the rest of the NBA season. That's how it always worked. You know what I'm saying? The dunk contest got you hyped. Next thing you know, it's getting sunny outside. It's becoming spring. You outside playing ball. Now you're in basketball. Basketball season has started for you. To me, basketball season always started after All-Star weekend. I got into college basketball. I got more into NBA basketball. And it's like the dunk contest was that thing that got you there. I still remember when Vince Carter won the dunk contest.
Oh, man, that was epic too.
That was epic. Him and Tracy McGrady, and people forget about Stevie Francis was in that dunk contest.
Yep.
That was epic with those three.
Yeah, it was. I mean, Vince was doing some amazing stuff on that dunk contest. But you know what? This guy McClung is a G leaguer, right?
Yep.
He's a G leaguer, the shortest guy out there. He's the only one with creative dunks.
Yep.
The only one to try to do something different than just the regular. I'm gonna jump over a 5-3. The guy Casanat, right? That's what Jaylen Brown used for one of his props, right? He's like one of these, YouTube guys or whatever. He's like TikTok, he's one of those guys, right? Sitting from the camera, just acting crazy, dumb all day, right? So he got him. He played in the celebrity game, so he got that guy Casanat sitting down in a chair. He's sitting down. He's only like 5'6", you know what I'm saying? 5'7", and he's sitting down.
Right.
And this is who Jaylen Brown decided he's going to jump over while he's sitting down and try to cover his eyes late to look like the old D Brown. cover your eyes dunk. It don't
Right.
look.
It
It
was
was so bad.
it
Oh
was
my,
weak. It was so weak. It
it
was.
was
It
so
was
weak.
like,
He had no business being in the finals with that guy McClung because McClung just cleaned his clock.
yeah, yeah.
You know.
It's but I think part of the problem is that the great dunkers don't want to compete in the dunk contest. Right?
Yeah.
We all know LeBron is a great dunker. He should be in the dunk contest. Zion should have been in that dunk contest. But those guys aren't doing it.
Yeah. Well, okay. So we don't want to see LeBron in it now, right?
No, right, not now, not anymore. But I'm talking about for the past
Before.
20
Yeah.
something years he's been in
Right.
the league, he has
Right.
never done it.
Right. Right. But see, that's the thing. LeBron is not a finesse dunker. He's a power dunker. And
Mhm.
I think for you to be in that contest, you have to have some kind of finesse to your game if you're going to compete. You got to have some kind of finesse dunk, like because we don't see LeBron doing the reverses and all that. He just go and just rip the rim down. You
But
know.
that's fine. I mean, we saw Dominique Wilkins win the dunk contest with power dunks. You can win the dunk
Yes, but
contest with power dunks.
he was doing windmill reverses. We don't see we don't see that for LeBron. He was doing like Dominique was hitting you with those powerful super windmill joints.
You don't
That was
think LeBron could do those?
I've never seen him really do it.
I mean,
I've never
in-game dunks that he does, but I mean, I think
not the
he could do
windmill.
it.
I seen him do the cradle, like to bring it down and bring
Yeah,
it
yeah,
back.
yeah.
I seen him do that, but like the one head coming from the side, like kiss the rim type joint, I don't see that from LeBron ever.
Mm.
Not that he
I,
couldn't do it, but I just never seen that from him.
I mean, during the warm-ups, he's done some great dunks that has gotten the crowd into it. And that was in his younger days, right?
Yeah, like that one he threw behind his back off the backboard and then came in. It was
Yeah,
an oddly to himself, but it was still a nice dunk. It still
yeah,
was a
that's what I'm saying. But the fact that they won't compete, I think, is part of the problem, right?
There's no incentive for them to compete.
There isn't, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him, but I think it would help jumpstart the league. You know what I mean? It would help draw some attention to the league. But I get it. It's about branding. Nobody wants to really lose it because it's such a big deal for the
Yeah,
NBA. I don't know.
yeah,
I wish they would just take the dunk contest out of the prime spot. Right, it's the last event. Move it to the second to last event and give me the 3-point contest. I love the 3-point contest.
I don't mind it being I don't mind the dunk contest being the finale, but they just gotta get some better dunkers, man.
But
Just go get some amateurs. Just say it's gonna be a show, like a dunk show, and don't even promote the NBA at that moment. And just say you want to just put a dunk show on, like a dunk contest. And we got the best dunkers from across the league, across the world, across the United States, and they're here for the championship dunk off. And I would rather see that because I've seen some crazy. Oh my
Oh yeah,
god!
I've seen those too. They used to
Oh,
have a show where Kenny Smith and Shaq were judges, where they would
oh
have professional dunkers come out and
yeah,
compete,
man.
and that was
Yep,
a great show.
I
Yeah,
remember that. And
yeah,
some of those dunks are outrageous.
they
And I can't
were.
believe all this time we haven't seen anybody do the 720
Yeah,
in the dunk contest. And we saw the dude and one do it in a game.
but this is my point. I just don't think like when we were growing up, when we played basketball, when kids play basketball, even in high school and college, they worked on their dunks. That
Yeah.
was the highlight of playing.
Yeah.
That ain't what they doing today. That ain't what they working on today. They're working on their 3-point shot. That
Yeah, it's a lot of 3 points being shot in the league.
in the
Now,
league,
that's for sure.
everybody's a
Especially
jump
from your
shooter
big
now.
man.
Yeah,
Especially from your big men. That really pisses me off when I see
yeah,
the big 7-footer standing out by the 3-point waiting for the kick out.
yeah. It's a 3-point shooting league. The league has changed. The basketball has changed. I don't want to just say the league. And in some ways, Steph Curry has ruined it. He he
Yeah,
he he
yeah.
opened the door for the 3-point shot. Everybody's doing. That's what they're working on. It's not about dunks anymore. I mean, remember back in the day, Sean Kemp was a terror.
Oh my God.
He
He's a
was a
damn.
he couldn't shoot a lick, but by God, when he got close to the basket, he was dunking it on your head.
You
He
remember
was
Peyton throwing them
punishing.
out of hoops and stuff like that?
Yes, yes,
With
that
the
was his game. And
Man.
so people aren't working on those no more. So that's why I say the finale should be the 3-point contest. And I think they should expand the 3-point contest more of the NBA versus the WNBA. Matter of fact, just include them into the contest altogether. Like, get rid of
Yeah.
some of these bums who
Yeah.
aren't really 3-point shooters.
Yep. Yep.
Take them out, put WNBA players in there and compete against them. Because Sabrina, what she had 26 points? That
Yeah.
was that was more than all the. I think it was tied for what with 3 of the NBA
Yeah.
players, right?
Three that got in the finals. The three tied for 26, and then Lillard came and hit him
With
with the 27.
27, right? So yeah,
Mhm.
why not let her compete with them? I don't get it. I mean, to me, that would be more of a draw. That would draw more attention to the NBA as well as the WNBA.
Right, right, and it would definitely be an interesting watch. You know,
Yes,
you get
yes,
females watching, more females watching it. You know,
right. And,
yeah,
what would it be to have a WNBA player beat an NBA player in the 3-point
Mm,
contest, right?
yeah,
Look
yeah,
how much attention that would draw to the NBA. Like,
yeah.
I thought it was unfair that she had to compete against Steph Curry. He is like the world's greatest 3-point shooter ever.
Him. The guys ain't gonna be him.
Yeah, the guy's not even gonna beat him.
Right. He scored 29 points and he didn't even hit the starry ball. The
Right,
starry ball, the green
right.
starry
He
ball. He
didn't.
didn't hit none of those.
He hit
He
none of
still
those.
scored 29 points.
Right.
It was crazy, man. I was just like,
I
yeah,
forgot
that's
all
why.
about that.
Yeah, that's why he didn't even get in it because he was like, man, y'all can't beat me. It'd
Right.
be unfair for me being that 3-point contest.
And I think the only time he lost the
Clay.
the Clay. I think he only lost to Clay.
Mm,
So it's
mm.
just like, why would they do that? So
Yeah, it's
it's
yeah, yeah. I mean, it was a spectacle, an interesting spectacle.
mhm.
But like you said, they need to fully expand that and just have 5 WNBA players, the best 5 3-point shooters against, you know, 5 random 3-point shooting NBA players.
Right. And I bet you the WNBA players will beat them. Now,
Yeah, they compete. They'll compete for sure.
they'll compete. I think they will beat them. I mean, look, okay. And I know what people are saying, and there's some controversy over some of the comments that uh, Kenny Smith made in regards to, the WNBA basketball versus
Yeah,
the NBA basketball. So it gave a bit
it's a
of an advantage.
yeah, it's a difference. It's
That's a
definitely a difference.
difference.
Smaller, it's lighter, so it's going to be easier to go into the hoop.
Yeah, compared to the NBA basketball.
Right, right.
So there's some truth to that. But you know what? Hey, she's a woman.
Yeah,
She's
even
smaller,
though.
smaller hands. So yes, should be using the WNBA basketball. So I think it's fair. She shot from the 3-point line, the NBA 3-point line. So
Right,
hey,
right.
I think it's fair. So I would love to see that, and I would love to see the 3-point contest to be the finale because it is the way that the league is going. Like, at some point, hey, and I grew up in that generation. I grew up in the 90s, so I know what the NBA was like when they were barely scoring 100 points a game, and when everything was about backing your opponent down and sky hooking a regular hook shot in,
Having a post game,
having a post game, yeah. And I remember having goons on your team. I used to like
Mhm.
the Indiana Pacers when they had Dale Davis and Antonio Davis. Some dudes
Yep,
couldn't shoot a lick. But that's
yep,
what they weren't out there for. They would have out there to be enforcers, to be
yep.
goons, to grab rebounds, like the
Yeah,
Knicks.
Celtics, the Detroit
Yeah,
Pistons,
the
they
Pistons.
all have goals.
But remember, the Knicks had the biggest goons: Charles
Oh,
Oakley,
yeah, Charles
Anthony
Oakley.
Mason. What was
Yeah,
that?
it was
Charles Smith. Oh, no, not
the
Charles Smith. What
goon
was his name?
squad.
There was a goon squad.
The goon squad for real.
The
Yeah, they
dudes couldn't
was.
shoot a lick.
Yeah, it was. Absolutely. The only thing is like I said, the dunk is still the king of the game, and that's the only thing that gets people like, oh, you
Yeah,
when they
true.
make a three, it's like, oh damn, that was a nice shot. When you see somebody throw a joint down and they fall over and
Right,
it look crazy, be like, ah,
right, right.
about man.
But think
So
about it. But think about it.
it's hard not to have that as the finale because you hope you
That's
get
true.
some of that. But
But
it hasn't
but
been that.
But it seems like the dunk contest is going to give you highs and lows. Like
It,
we're
it
gonna
has.
get multiple years where it's gonna be bad,
Yeah. Yeah. I
and
mean,
then
look who
out
they
of
getting
nowhere,
into it. Look who
huh?
they getting into it though. You getting
Yeah,
the G.
but every so often you're gonna get Aaron Gordon, you're gonna get
Yeah, or
Zach
Anthony.
Levine.
Didn't Anthony Edwards get in it or something? Didn't he get in 1 year?
No, I don't think
Anthony
so.
Edwards.
I don't think
I
Anthony
thought
Edwards.
I thought his first year he got in.
Maybe he did, but he wasn't good. It wasn't memorable. Tell you that.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
but yeah, it would be nice, like young up and coming stars when like Zach Levine got into it. He was a
Right.
young. It propelled his career. Now we know who he is. He got paid when he went to the Bulls. Aaron Gordon. I knew he was good because I think he did a couple of movies or something like that. But now we know his name. We know who he is. But that was. And I disagree with Magic Johnson. Like Magic is a fool. Magic told us that the Zach Levine, Aaron Gordon dunk contest was the second best dunk contest he ever seen. I was like, Magic, you're out of your
What?
mind. That was the greatest dunk contest I'd have ever seen. Greater than Michael Jordan versus Dominique Wilkins. Aaron Gordon, Zach
Wait a
Levine.
minute. He said that the Aaron Gordon
That,
slam dunk was better than Jordan Wilkins.
no, he said it was the second best. I thought it was the greatest dunk contest I had ever seen.
With the Aaron Gordon joint, I mean, he was good. I mean, I still remember and felt better about the Vince joint, the joint the
Dell,
Vince. I
Dell.
still like.
Aaron Gordon jumped over the mascot and leaped over both of his legs over the mascot, scooped the ball up over like literally both legs over the mascot's head, grabbed the ball between his legs and dunked it backwards. Greatest dunk I had ever seen. And then he did some other stuff with the mascot was on the hoverboard. And he took the ball from it, did a 360 and dunked it. These are insane dunks. Nothing comparable. And then Zach Levine.
I had to go look at that one again. I don't. I mean, I remember him winning it, but I just don't remember him being that impressed. I mean, I remember being
Wow.
impressed.
You got to go back and look at it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. To me, that was the greatest dunk contest I'd ever seen. I remember the players were like so blown away. I remember Steph Curry at the end slapping the ball away like that's enough, no more. And then Tracy McGrady throwing in the towel like we don't need to see no more. You got to go back and watch that. Greatest dunk contest I'd ever seen. I mean, look, if our listeners out there think there's a dunk contest better than that dunk contest, let me know. Because I've seen some of the greatest dunk contests in my lifetime, going back to Dominique Wilkins and Jordan, to Vince Carter versus Stevie Francis, and then Zach Levine versus Aaron Gordon. I don't think anything was better than that. Nothing. Yeah.
Zach Levine winning that contest, right?
Yeah, remember it went into like 2 dunk offs.
Yeah.
And really and truly, what's his name? Screwed it up. Dwayne Wade screwed it up because he was trying to end it in a tie.
Oh yeah, so he gave the wrong number. He gave like a low number or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, I remember that crap.
And messed it up because he was trying to force it into a tie.
Yeah.
But Aaron Gordon should have won it.
Yeah.
But clearly, I don't think there's any comparison. I thought that was the greatest dunk contest I've ever seen. Go back and watch it.
Yeah, I can't really remember that one. But yeah, I remember. I do remember some dunks being made on that joint. I just don't remember exactly what they were.
Like some of the dunks I hadn't even seen a professional dunker do.
Really?
Yes, like literally, like the mascot. Mascot is in like some clown outfit. And he literally takes both of his legs and pull it over the mascot's head like this. Yes. And scoop the ball up from under his legs and dunks it backwards.
Wait a minute. He pulled the mascot's legs.
No. His own legs. Both legs. Over the mascot's head.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Right.
Yes.
He like did it sideways, right?
Yes.
And then under his leg.
And grabbed the ball from under his leg and dunked it. Now, okay, the mascot probably wasn't Shaq size, but still, that's impressive to do that over somebody's head. Like these clowns, they're jumping over people, spreading their legs open, and then one putting a hand on the person's back to help propel them up over the person's head and dunk it. Dude need none of that. He jumped, leaped over him, both legs over, scooped the ball from under his legs, grabbed it from under his legs, and dunked it backwards.
Right.
There's nothing greater than that.
I mean, I give McClung that. He did dunk over Shaq without the hand over, without putting the hand down.
Who did that?
McClung.
Oh, yeah.
He did grab the ball off the top of Shaq's head and clutch, you know what I'm saying?
That was a great dunk. I like the one where I don't think it was this dunk contest, but I think it was the previous one where he grabbed it off somebody, bounced it off the backboard, caught it again, and dunked it.
Yep. That was good.
And keep in mind,
little shake, little different deviations that make it something different, you know.
And what I like about him, like I kind of followed him back when he was in high school. He was like a YouTube sensation. Him and Zion were like YouTube sensations around the same time. And there's a bunch of videos on these two playing high school ball doing some of this stuff. And that's why I'm like, it'd been nice to have Zion in there too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
no doubt.
Yeah.
But on the other side of that, we had the the All-Star game.
Oh, Jesus. Man, that's been terrible for years.
Or should I say just the practice shoot around with scoring. I mean, that game was so crazy. If I did not have a financial benefit, by the way, I hope everybody listened to me last week.
Right.
I tried to tell you, if you want some free money, place it on the over. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
360, it started off at 361 and a half. It went up to 364 and a half. And then it went all the way down to 355 and a half. Okay. Then crept back up to 363 and a half. And finished at 357 and a half. Is that crazy?
That is insane.
The number was all over the place, but it don't matter because it went over all of them numbers.
Right.
It went over all of them numbers. They ended up scoring 390. What was it? 397 points.
Yeah. What the East scored 200 or not the East, but Antetokounmpo's team scored 200 by themselves, right?
Yes, 211 to 186.
Yeah. That's insane. That's what I told you. I said, man, this thing is gonna go 400.
Crazy. And they shot 168 3-pointers.
Yeah.
In the game.
Yeah.
And made 67.
And Big Cat scored 50.
Big Cat scored 50 points. And you know what else I didn't? This is part of my research when it comes to sports investments that I missed out on. There was an article that went out like 2 days before the game, because you know Anthony Edwards was in the skills challenge too, right?
Right.
He told the guy that I'm going through the whole weekend shooting with my left hand.
Yep.
The whole weekend. And that means the All-Star game too.
Yep.
Which means should have blasted the under. Should have blasted his under points. He ended up scoring 4 points.
Yep.
In that game.
He was terrible.
It was stuff like, oh, he was missing. I don't even know if he made a shot in the skills competition.
Right. That's what I was about to say. He was in a skills competition trying to shoot with his left hand, hitting all the side of the backboard. I was like, come on. This dude ain't taking this seriously. It's like, what? You know what I'm saying? The NBA should have took him out. Should have said, nah, man, we not doing this.
Yeah, really though. But you know, that's a little bit of information that you could take in sports investments and sports investing and just make a killing. Right. You know, because when they heard that, man, I would empty my bank account. My bank account if I heard that he was gonna be shooting all weekend, including the All-Star game with his left hand.
Yeah.
Oh,
did you hear the story of how Larry Bird did that? One of the years in the 80s, he was like having, you know, another one of his fantastic years, one of his MVP level years. And he was just getting bored. He was like, you know what? Next game, I'm shooting the entire game with my left hand. And I think he dropped like 50.
Are you serious?
Yes, you have to look it up. It was a game. He completely just went left-handed.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. He
That is
actually did that in a game, in a regular season game.
wow. Well, shit, you remember that time when Jordan went and shot his free throws with his eye
With his eyes
closed?
closed, right, right,
Yeah, closed his
right.
eyes and shoot free throws. All
Yeah,
right.
that's when
Just
you on your game, man. When you know you that confident, he's like, I'm gonna just close my eyes and shoot these free throws. Yeah,
wow. Wow.
yeah,
Yeah,
man.
my
Look that up. Look that
but
up.
that game is just it's such a farce. It's
Yeah, it
like
is.
there'll be no defense played, and the sports people who actually set the lines, they are so afraid to put that number up high to where it's supposed to be because they're gonna be so invested on everybody betting under that they scared to put the number up so high, but they
Right.
keep going over it, man. They just keep going over it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
crazy.
Well, I mean, like I told you before, man. This is like they should do like the NFL does. Just get rid of this game altogether. Come up with some other skills competition or something like that. The flag. I mean, it's like flag football. Like the NFL has flag football for the Pro Bowl game. This
Yeah,
here is just it's not even worth playing because they're not doing anything out there. I don't even watch it. I tell you, I'll be honest with you. I hadn't watched the NBA All Star game in years,
yeah.
probably 20 years now, because it's not
Wow.
worth watching.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, if I didn't have a financial investment on it, I probably wouldn't even watch.
But I
There
do
really
stay up.
is nothing
I do stay
watching.
up to watch the. I watched the night before. I watched the 3-point contest, and the dunk contest. Now I need
Yeah,
them to beef that up. I need you to throw in
yeah,
some WNBA players. I need you to throw in some professional dunkers. Hell, like I said before, you don't even have to bring the professional dunkers out there to compete. Let them teach the NBA dunkers some of their dunks.
yeah, yeah.
Pay them to do that. If you're trying to promote your league with your players, you're trying to promote your players, okay, have them line up with a professional dunker. Have the
Yep.
professional dunker, like a coach. Hey, let's go with the windmill, bounce it off the backboard, catch it, dunk. You know what I'm saying? Why not have them come out there and coach them and build their their brand up?
Right.
So
Yeah. I mean, it makes perfect sense.
yeah, but yeah, NBA All Star Weekend comes to a close. The NBA season is getting ready to crank up again, so we're gonna be up there following. We're gonna be watching March Madness as well. We're gonna have our
Yep.
tournament, our bracket challenge coming up, so stay tuned to that.
Do you even remember that in season tournament at all?
No, I hate it. It's a waste of my
What was
time.
that for? That was
I,
such a just money grab. That was such
yeah,
a money grab,
it's so
man.
terrible.
In
I,
season tournament, it meant nothing.
it, look, I don't like the in season tournament, and I don't like the play in games.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just so useless. Like
yeah. It's a money grab.
you got 82 games to decide who makes the playoffs. Why do
Exactly.
I
You
need
don't need
two
no
more?
play in. Exactly. You don't need no play in. They just could get a few million more to have them playing games televised. That's it.
That's it, I guess. I mean, to me, if you want to expand the league, you want to grow the league, grow revenue, okay, put the league in
Mhm.
another country. You got Mexico. Why can't we have
Yeah,
a team in Europe? You
yeah,
know, fly them over. We can make this
mhm.
work.
Yeah, yeah. The NFL does it, and they got
Yeah.
way more stuff to carry with them.
Yeah, they got way more stuff to carry with them. Exactly. So, put more teams in Canada.
Yeah,
Expand. We don't need, foolery like this in-season tournament and the play-in games and all that stuff, man. It just
right,
drives me,
right.
man. Thanks for joining us again. We do this thing every week. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we see you next week.